So these are some frequently asked questions about comparing California state government to those of other states. So is California's form of government different from the other states? No. California state government is not unique among the other states. In fact, all 50 states provide for a Republican, small r, Republican form of government in their individual constitutions. Do the states generally follow the federal government structure with three branches of government? Yes, all of the states are based upon the federal government with three branches, of course, legislative, executive, and judicial. How is California's legislative branch of state government structured? Well, California's legislature is comprised of two houses, the state assembly and the state senate. The assembly has 80 members elected every 2 years, and the senate has 40 members who are elected every 4 years. Are all state legislative branches bicameral? Yes, with one exception, Nebraska. Otherwise, the 49 states are bicameral, and they all have an upper and lower house of varying sizes. So what's the range of legislative terms in these different states? For the lower house, a half a dozen states provide 4-year terms, while the remaining states, including California, provide 2-year terms. For the upper house, a dozen states provide 2-year terms, while the remaining states, including California, provide 4-year terms. Do states impose a lifetime term limit ban on legislators? About 35 states do not have any term limits for a maximum service in legislative office. California, on the other hand, is one of the 15 who imposes a limitation. California's is a maximum of 12 years in legislative office. So what's the range of sizes of legislatures in other states? Well, the size of the lower houses, they range from 42 to 400 members. The size of the upper houses range from 21 to 67. What are the vote requirements in state legislatures? About 22 states have a simple majority vote requirement for every type of measure. The remaining states, including California, have a hybrid system requiring both simple and supermajority votes for different measures that are being considered. Who's the head of the executive branch in state government? The governor is the chief executive in all 50 of the states. What's the length of term for a governor? In 2 states, the length of a gubernatorial term is 2 years. But in the remaining states, including California, it's a 4-year term. Now, roughly 16 states do not have a maximum limit on terms that a governor can serve, while the remaining states, including, of course, California, cap the number of terms to 2. How many executive branch elected officials are there in California? Our governor is one of 9 constitutional offices that's elected every 4 years. What's the role of the second highest state officer? A lieutenant governor takes the place of the governor in specified circumstances. In California, the lieutenant governor is elected separately and is limited to 2 4-year terms. About half a dozen states actually don't have a lieutenant governor, while the remaining states do. What comprises California's judicial branch of state government? California's judiciary has superior courts, our trial courts, the courts of appeal, our intermediate appellate courts, and of course the Supreme Court, which is the highest court in the state. How are members of the judiciary chosen in California? All appellate court justices are selected by the governor and confirmed by a separate independent body. The trial court judges are elected. However, the governor does appoint superior court judges to fill any vacancies. Note that appellate justices in the state face what we call retention elections every 12 years. What's the highest court in the states? All the states have a Supreme Court as the highest court in their state. And most states, including California, have 7 seats on the high court. But the lowest is 5 and the highest is 9. Finally, how long can appellate court judges serve in our state? Amongst all the states, 4 states have lifetime appointments. The remaining states use 6 to 14-year terms, with a majority of them at 8 years. Now, roughly 20 states have a mandatory retirement age for judges, and about 20 states elect their high court justices, while the remainder, including California, are appointed to their office.